Well, Cigar Journal magazine. I've been writing for the magazine for about 10 years. The magazine itself has been around for 20 years, and it started in Germany, in Austria actually. Head office is currently in southern Austria, near Vienna. And the magazine initially they published in English and German, predominantly for the German and European market. However, this year they've just started publishing in English and Spanish, and obviously Spanish for the Central American market. The cigar industry, Spanish is predominantly the main language, obviously Cuba, Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, Miami, and all parts of Central and South America. So obviously Spanish is an attempt to grow the market. And my role for the past year has been to promote Cigar Journal in Asia Pacific. I'm the Asia Pacific correspondent, so I write about what's happening in Hong Kong, Kuala Lumpur, Australia, New Zealand, Thailand, all those regions. But the specific focus in my business development role is to expand the magazine, to introduce the magazine to the Asian market. We have plans to maybe, short-term plans, maybe in the next year or two, to consider publishing in English Chinese, just so that we can get more market penetration. At the moment, our main focus is on promoting the magazine to cigar retailers, cigar lounges, and also individual subscriptions. Obviously, retailers and lounges can subscribe in bulk, so they can offer it to their members or to their visitors, or give it as a gift, or even sell it, up to them. But we have very competitive subscription rates for bulk subscriptions, and also individually we have quite competitive. The magazine is published 4 times per year, so on a quarterly basis it's published. And a lot, obviously, having a role in Asia Pacific, we want the content. Well, the content of the magazine is very global anyway, but obviously there will be more focus on what's happening in the Asian cigar market. Yeah. First time in KL, first time in Malaysia. I've just come from Hong Kong, and before Hong Kong I was in China for a few days. Impressions, strong, vibrant cigar culture. I think because of the very acceptable smoking laws, it's allowed to smoke cigars pretty much anywhere, which is fantastic, I think, for cigars. From what I've observed and interviewed other people, it seems like the market is growing. There's a lot of people that enjoy their Cuban cigars, but at the same time, the market for non-Cuban cigars is also growing. I think there's an appreciation for different styles of tobacco, different styles of cigars, different tastes. And as a cigar lover myself, I smoke Cuban and non-Cuban. I really think being able to explore all those different tastes and aromas is what makes the cigar industry so fantastic.
To work for the magazine.
A lot of people say that to me in Australia and when I go travelling. I am very lucky. I have a job that a lot of people would like to do. It's not a full-time job. It obviously is freelance writing, but also the business development side. It's not my main income, but it is part of my income. So I'm very lucky to have this job, but I also like to tell people it has taken a lot of time to become where I am now. I've been writing for the magazine for 10 years, and it's taken that amount of time to get to know people, to travel. When I was first starting, people didn't know, especially in the Asian region, much about the magazine. But hopefully, when I've travelled and done stories, more people know the magazine names firstly, but then also my name, which is a blessing. And I'm very lucky, but it's been a lot of work as well. I think a brand's history is very important. Obviously, Cuban cigars have a rich and long brand history over hundreds of years. But importantly, I think a lot of the non-Cuban cigar brands also have a very valid history. A lot of the manufacturers obviously left Cuba and set up their business operations in Miami, Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, etc. So I think that brand history is very important for a cigar, and I think it also helps cigar smokers enjoy and appreciate the product a lot more when they know the story of where the cigars come from, how the cigars have been produced, the challenges that a lot of these manufacturers faced, obviously setting up shop in new countries if it was non-Cuban, but even Cuban cigars, their history is very rich, but also the manufacturing of Cuban cigars has also obviously changed over time, and currently the Cuban market, and the non-Cuban market in the USA, in Europe, but even around the world, face many challenges. But the thing that I like about the cigar industry and the personalities that I meet is the fact that cigar people always look for the positives. There's always challenges with cigars, but I think they always look to the positives, which is a very good thing. My advice to new smokers or people that want to try a cigar, a few things. Firstly, ask questions. There is nothing wrong with asking questions. When I first started enjoying cigars, I didn't know anything, but I talked to my local retailers and just asked information. Obviously, the internet is good to be able to research cigars and learn more about the culture. So that's the main thing, ask questions. Secondly, I think the other main thing is to focus on finding cigars that you enjoy. There's no point buying expensive cigars if you don't necessarily enjoy the flavor or the taste. Expensive cigars usually do taste better. However, I think it's always good to try a range of cigars. A range of Cuban cigars, but also a range of non-Cuban cigars. I think by doing that, you can it's better to be true to yourself and enjoy what you enjoy, not necessarily enjoy a particular brand just for the sake of the brand. And by trying a range of cigars, you'll be able to identify what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy. Everyone's palate is different, and so even if your friends like a particular cigar, you might not necessarily like it, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's up to you what you like. Yeah.